again look to try and get his side going forward. We've seen some good penetrative passes already from Xuân.
This is promising. There was some space there to hit it. Sasalak. There's a little spell here for BURIRAM. Plenty of time left in this game. Here's Ratanakon. Xuân, those two already making a bit of an impression. Now Sasalak. Felt a little bit cheeky from URAWA. Was that a bit of frustration as well?
Well, really good work by Sasalak, just running at his defender there, quick shift of feet. I think it's a little bit naughty from URAWA.
I'm sure you used those exact words in the first game that they played against each other.
I think he's a lucky man there to escape additional punishment. It's almost as if some of these players have that talent to commit sort of these acts and get away with it.
Somehow.
Some players have that. It's incredible. I don't.
Xuân, nice shape, and well, that was a totally misdirected header from Supanat. What a chance!
Big chance, really big chance there. Good quality delivery from Xuân, and Supanat. I think he just mistimes his jump perhaps, and the ball's a little bit behind him in that situation.
But these two have already made a little bit of a difference here to the side.
Well, it certainly has, especially Xuân. I mean, he's demanding the ball, gets on it, gets BURIRAM playing, and he's looking to play these forward passes in between the lines. And it's always a situation where URAWA now are going to have to just adjust a little bit tactically to a different profile, different sorts of players that have come on. Osvaldo Oliveira's got to earn his coin as well. Looking on from the bench just to see if anything's changed. There's a need to react to the changes that have been made.
The two that have just come on. Supanat, this is his fourth substitute appearance. As we mentioned, he's already got a goal. This is the third introduction for Xuân.
That's one goal in the air by Suzuki. Just referee just going for a free kick there. It's Pedro Jr. Never going to win that in the air, just backing into Suzuki.
Ratanakon. Supanat. This has probably been the best spell of possession in the entire game.
Yeah, and I expected this to happen. BURIRAM, you know, the longer it stayed at 2-1, you expected URAWA's tempo, the intensity to start to drop, and then you find BURIRAM will have a bit more time on the ball, a few more opportunities to show their quality.
Xuân goes for goal. Just beginning to push further and further up. They're looking far more confident, and maybe this is why it's prompting a change here from URAWA.
He's expected URAWA to tire a bit.
Kai Shibato about to come on.
Terrible header away by Túñez.
Oh. Important challenge right at the edge of the box there. Here's Pedro Jr.
Lucky there, Túñez. Sloppy headed clearance. Fell to Kuroki, was able to take it past him, and then one of his central defensive partners to provide that coverage.
Away. Here's Nagasawa. Yamanaka.
You see URAWA just slowing it down now. Take this thing out of it. You can try and take your time here.
Xuân gives it away. Here's Everton. Muto. Oh, that was the chance to nail this game. Finish it off. Nagasawa blasts over.
A really good move by URAWA. Again, they win it high up the pitch. Everton plays such an intelligent ball down the right side into Yuki Muto. Yes, there's a bit of a bobble, but really, Nagasawa in that position needs to at least be getting that one on target there.
Yeah, he knows it.
You know, they don't pick up the win here. BURIRAM somehow find themselves a way back into this game.
Another drinks break. I have to say, this is rather unusual.
Well, there's a lot more knowledge and information out there these days about hydration and welfare for players and things like that.
It's 32 degrees, 46% humidity. It's not the hottest conditions you'll ever have.
Yeah.
It's not a daytime game.
I know, I do feel a little bit envious because we never used to get these drink breaks.
And by the way, when you were playing in Gamba, would you have liked a little warm break where you go and put a jacket on for 5 minutes? I mean, I find it a little strange, but Nagasawa blasts over. That was his last contribution. He's replaced by Kai Shibato. Three-year-old midfielder.
Moments in this game, having a look at that. I do have to say, I don't want to sound like some of those better ex-players who said it used to be better back in the day, because I think, you know, it's all right. I mean, you're looking after players' health, players' welfare.
Obviously, we cover. He's not interested in any assistance there. We cover the Champions League. I just generally at this time of the year it's a little bit cooler. Well, it's May now, to be fair. But the earlier games were generally played. I just can't remember any drinks breaks in previous rounds. That's not particularly good for Makino.
I always do think it's hilarious though when you watch European football or English football and
they have
players complain about playing in
26 degrees
and saying, oh, the heat was unbearable. Anyway,
it is what it is. There is that drinks break. We had a bizarre 4 minutes added on, and the referee played less than 3. I wonder what he'll do this time around. Kai Shibato has just come on for our Reds. It's still 2-1. It's become a much more even game. Let's remind you, there is another match being played. We'll get you an update of that very shortly. We can tell you in other matches today, Ulsan defeated Sydney 1-0. Kawasaki Frontale and Shanghai SIPG shared points. It was 2-2 there. Now, Beijing go on up against Jomba Motors, and it is Jeonbuk in front. The big man, Kim Shin-wook, has scored the opening goal in the 17th minute. That is good news as far as these teams are concerned. And what it will mean here is that URAWA and Beijing will both be on 7 points. Because they had a goalless draw, it will then come down to goals scored. For now, looks like URAWA will go ahead. Not bad. Just edge ahead if it remains this way.
they're playing each other on the.
They're playing the last match day, so it just sets it up very, very nicely. And that is at home for URAWA Reds. So things are going fairly well for URAWA, but they'll just
know that they're struggling a little bit with the conditions. It's definitely a bit of fatigue in this URAWA red side, and they can take their time in situations like that. Just hang on to the ball, need a bit of time, and if an opportunity opens up, then you try and play that forward pass through and see if you can punish BURIRAM.
Ishikawa into back towards Tunez, and they'll want that third goal just to ease any tension, any pressure on them. Remember, whatever happens, URAWA have to win this. There's absolutely no doubt. They must win this to stand any chance. Yamanaka wins the ball. Great ball, Shinzo Kuroki, he's also put that over. Oh my word. Two superb chances not taken.
He's tried to be clever there. He's tried to be clever with his finish, but have a look at the space that just opens up. Kuroki, you can see exactly what you're trying to do, and it would have been goal of the week contender there if it ended up in the back of the net. Lovely ball once again by Yamanaka. He's just trying to dish it over the goalkeeper, but I think he can actually take it past Siwarak in that
Roshan,
situation.
if you're 4-0 up, I can understand that. You need to win this game. You want to finish it off. You could have taken a touch. Oliveira not too impressed. Will it come back to haunt them, these misses, these very good chances they've had?
Yeah, it's one of those, if it goes in, you stand up and applaud and say, brilliant bit of skill. And if it doesn't, then he opens himself up to lots of criticism.
Now, flag has gone up this time.
Yeah, this time he chooses to take that touch, tries around Siwarak, unfortunately just mistimed his movement there. Oh, I think he's actually onside, and I think Sasalak's actually playing him on.
Well, a few calls like that.
Yeah, there have been down this side of the pitch. I think they've just gotten away with that one at BURIRAM. Seem to have run out of ideas a little bit here, BURIRAM. URAWA, after having to deal with a slightly tricky spell.
Yeah, is Supanat. Can go for goal. Never really caught that.
He spoke too soon, it seems. Well, they're able to find Supanat a bit of space here. Again, it's a nice, confident play from the young man.
Well, it says a lot about him as well, that they've given him that faith to come on.
Yeah, he is getting himself back into a position defensively. Being told to close down there. He does his job. He's forced an error. He's got to close down here as well. Again, you can see this is where he's going to have to pick up a little bit more experience. He'll have to learn a bit more, because you can just see Bandovic there saying, Pedro Jr. has already started the closing down. The opponent's got his back towards your own goal. Go and apply pressure.
Naka, look at that pace from him. He's put a lot of pressure there to... Well, he thought it should be a corner. Chitipat managed it okay.
This is Yukimoto. Lovely finish. Yeah, URAWA's second goal. Really no chance for the goalkeeper there. He's looked lively, running the channels, getting himself in behind BURIRAM's defense. Comes off with that reward of a goal. It is a lovely finish into the bottom corner.
So we have the Australian international Andrew Nabut, who's coming on. Six-year-old now from Newcastle Jets. Hasn't exactly been amongst the goals for his club.
He hasn't, but he'll give them fresh legs up front. give Buriram's defender something to think about as well. Movement and pace at this point in the game to stretch the opposition. Had a spell in Malaysia as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably his best returns, actually, from Negeri Sembilan. 8 goals in 12 appearances, 12 league appearances, that is.
Yet, for some strange reason, he was treated like dirt over there. And gets called up to play for Australia in the World Cup.
Yeah, his contract terminated. There's a nice tip over there for the goalkeeper.
Could have been tricky. Ishikawa would probably have ended up going over though. Just made absolutely sure. Seen goalkeepers this season in several leagues around the world have difficulty dealing with those sort of balls.
Get this now, and we'll have a great 10 minutes left. Easy though for Nishikawa. Towards this win here, URAWA Reds. Shinzo Kuroki. Andrew Nabud now, his first. Touching the ball. He's had for 2 previous starts, Champions League, 1 substitutes appearance. Junior has been maybe a little quieter. Can't see as much of the ball. Here's Tunez and Pedro Junior. Super Chok. Sasalak. It's got to be a better cross than that. Looks frustrated. Bosida Bandovic.
Well, they've seen a lot more of the ball in the second half, Buriram, but really troubled Ishikawa.
His face is already telling us a story, isn't it? He's just looking a little frustrated. Moriwaki. That's a good ball into Nabud, who's done that first time. Great football all round, good save as well from the keeper.
Good attempt at goal there. Nabud. Has been brought on. Mentioned used that bit of movement against Buriram's tiring defensive line. Found a bit of space as well. Great attempt the first time across the face of goal.
Here's Overton. Just took far too long on the ball. Dispossessed by Sasalak. Lovely turn from Pedro Junior. Well, the referee decides to play advantage. Sasalak. Super Chok's going to work a bit hard here. Worked hard to win the ball back. Buriram, Swantro. Too much on it for Supanat. Falling just a little short here.
Yeah, just took his eye off the ball a little bit there, Supanat. Make a little bit of movement just to get away from the pressure. Try and make an impact for his side. Pressure from Pedro Junior there, just forcing Ishikawa. A long clearance under pressure.
Is it a simple case of the fact that they've lost? As we look at that chance from Neville.
A decent attempt at goal by Neville there.
Is it a simple explanation that they've lost their attack from last season and that's why they're just not as good? That's just a little oversimplification for you?
I think it's one of the reasons, yes. I think it certainly has made a difference to BURIRAM in attack. Diogo brought so much quality, and his ability to receive under pressure in tight situations, take the opposition defenders on, hold on to it, give his teammates a chance to get closer to him.
Come back to that in a short while. Yes, Supernats. I think he took a little bit of a hit there. Have a look now. Oh, you can see what he was just trying to do, get that to Shinzo Kuroki. Well, BURIRAM take at least one big scalp every season. They've done that with John Book, but just not been enough for you. They've shown little flashes of it today.
I think they've just really struggled to create sort of dangerous opportunities in attack. And I don't think Nishikawa has actually really been in trouble, but it's still time for them to do it here.
Supernat. Slav going for goal, gets a corner. It is half-time at the Workers' Stadium in Beijing. They are still a goal down against John Book Motors.
Looked like initially there was space for Sassuolo to have a crack at goal, but closed down well by Aoki. Opportunity from a set piece here. Xuân can put in a good delivery.
Remember, they need a win as well. Draw really doesn't do them too much good. They'll get a free kick here. Narabadin fouled by Everton. Not really interested in the outstretched hand.
Challenge from there.
Xuân. Sasalak frustrated. Time not their friend. Last 3 minutes, and I really don't want to even predict what kind of added time we're going to have, because well, that surprised us previously. Another change to be made. Everton going off. Ogiwara to come on shortly. No rush whatsoever. Nishikawa, who's pointing to the substitution. 19-year-old. Playing defence on the field. So we're just going to consolidate that position. Bato, haven't seen too much of him since his introduction. Given away, Moriwaki. Oh, and that hits the post. They have had their chances. Ogiwara's first contribution is to almost score.
It was initially really well defended by Tunes, but puts Panza in a bit of trouble with the pass back to him. It's good pressure. Nice attempt there from Ogiwara. Siwarat was thinking that Ogiwara was going towards the far post, just closes his body as he hits it. Fortunately for him, for his side, it's back off the post.
To be honest, as much as BURIRAM have seen the ball and a bit more possession, it's URAWA have looked like to score the next goal.
I don't think they've made URAWA suffer enough. You can see there has been a drop-off in URAWA's intensity, in their tempo of their play, but I don't think BURIRAM have taken full advantage of that. Not really made URAWA work very hard to hold on to this lead. And Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You know, URAWA have had the opportunities on the counter-attack. Put this one away. You see Tanakon taking a bit of contact there.
About to hit the 90-minute mark. Here's Pedro Junior. Four minutes of added time.
So we're going to get 2.5 then.
Exactly. Xuân Trong. Crowd raising the decibels. You can see Oliveira wanting to push up.
Yeah, he doesn't want them to be sitting too deep. To push up higher a little bit. Doesn't want to invite that pressure from BURIRAM. There's that natural tendency, though. You can be on the touchline as a coach screaming at your players to push up, but they're absolutely shattered as well. You know?
Now, while I said a draw does very little for BURIRAM, it would be disastrous, really, for URAWA Reds. They could still, of course, survive in the competition as long as Beijing don't win that game against Jeonbuk, but that's leaving too much chance. They don't want to concede another goal. Beijing get a draw and they get a draw here. And it will come down to that last game, which is far better for them if they can seal out, finish off this win, see it out.
A frustrating night for Ivanovic and his players. BURIRAM's fans. Just haven't done enough to really make URAWA earn this. Not make them suffer. Even though Osvaldo Oliveira is going absolutely crazy on the touchline. Cursing in Brazilian Portuguese. Some of those words. Brazilian teammates in the past. So pretty familiar.
And as we just start to wrap things up here, Roshan, and let's assume that URAWA will now see this out. They'd be good value for you today.
Yeah, you know, I think in the first half they showed us some really good technical quality. Fantastic on the ball, some of the passing and movement, the finishing was absolutely superb. And then you know, we always knew that this was they were going to be in a situation where they'd have to struggle a little bit. They have to manage the game because the intensity was bound to drop off in that second half. You know, they'd be affected by the conditions. But as I said, BURIRAM haven't really troubled them, haven't really made them work hard enough to hold on to this lead, and URAWA have managed the game incredibly well. And like you said earlier on, you know, BURIRAM have had most of the possession in the second half, but URAWA have looked the side that's more likely to score again. Interesting decisions from the linesmen on this side of the pitch. Not going to matter to URAWA though if they can see this one out.
BURIRAM on the brink of elimination here. It's too much for Supanak to get to. They will focus their attentions on domestic action. And they'll reflect back on what's been a disappointing campaign. And there we have it, the final whistle. Very good performance from URAWA, and good to see their travelling support. They're absolutely delighted. Your final thoughts, Roshan?
I think, you know, it is a deserved win for URAWA. We had a goal from BURIRAM pretty much against the run of play. It was good work. Pedro Jr. worked incredibly hard for them up front. But ultimately, URAWA, just with overall quality, could have been more than the 2 goals that they scored here. Pick up an important 3 points, and it sets us up very nicely for match day 6.
Absolutely right. URAWA will play Beijing in that last match day with a chance to go through. The final score here at the BURIRAM Stadium. It's BURIRAM United 1, URAWA Reds 2.